Hey guys, welcome to another Explorer video. Yes, the Explorer streak is not ending yet. Today we're covering blue-white Lotus Field, a control deck I've been skeptical of in the past, but a lot of people have been asking for it in the comments, so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Haven't visited the archetype lately. And here we have a blue-white Lotus Field list that's actually out of a Pioneer MTGO leak. So I took that as the example tryout list for this video. What is this trying to accomplish? It's pretty much a blue-white control deck incorporating the combo of Lotus Field and ways to stop the sacrifice trigger on Lotus Field. Usually the card has the cost that you have to sacrifice 2 lands, but in this deck you somehow, with Strict Proctor for example, whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, count that ability unless its controller pays 2. So for you and your opponent, they have to pay 2, and in this case it's actually an upside because you just I won't pay the 2 mana, huh? And in Lotus Field it just comes into play and you don't have to sacrifice 2 lands. That is what you can do on turn 3, and that's pretty good. If you don't have Strict Proctor, which is the best way to enable the Lotus Field, you have stuff like Tail's End, which can counter the triggered ability of Lotus Field, or you can just end the turn entirely on your own turn with Discontinuity, play Lotus Field on turn 3, have control, hold control, right? And then cast Discontinuity with that Lotus Field trigger on the stack, and boom, the turn ends, the trigger goes away, and you will have your land in play. Cool thing about Discontinuity is that in a late game, you can just cast in the opposing upkeep, or when the opponent plays a spell, puts it on the stack, and you just end the turn entirely. It's basically a time walk or / counter spell. So that is quite a good card in the later stage of a game. And yeah, I mean, you have a lot of mana with Lotus Field, so you want to do stuff late in the game with all that mana you get. So Discontinuity is kind of the perfect workaround. It goes late in the game, very well, when you already have the mana, and then early on it enables the mana. And surrounding that, of course, we're playing for Teferi. I mean, this card untaps lands. You can untap Lotus Field, and that really becomes broken. If you have 2 Lotus Field in play, you play Teferi, untap, you all of a sudden are producing mana. You're producing 1+ mana playing a Teferi. And then what do you have to use all this mana on? Memory Deluge is one of the best cards to do that with. Close to playing 4 copies, honestly, in this Lotus Field deck. I think it's one of the best cards you could draw, and it's always the best top deck. So honestly, let's just play 4 for this video as a tryout. Kind of Wandering Emperor. I've not been super impressed with this card lately, and Memory Deluge is, yeah, just an absolute powerhouse, especially with Lotus Field. And then surrounding that, we have the usual suspects. We have a couple Dovin, Veto, Jwari Disruption here. Soul Partition. Again, skeptical of the card, but Lotus Field is a different type of deck. It really wins the game in a big way compared to just blue-white control that plays more of a fair game, right? Where you 1-for-1 and then play a Teferi and then try to outgrind the opponent. In this deck, you win big, so I can see that just buying yourself the time to exile a permanent from the opponent to not get dealt damage or what have you can be good enough. Or better in this deck than Soul Partition would be in a normal blue-white control deck, where I was not very impressed with the card. Couple of marches early game. Oh, Disallow, I forgot about you. Another card that can counter triggered abilities. Our flexible counter spell here that can counter, for example, emblems too. I remember back in the days when this was in Standard legal, there was Chandra, Torch of Defiance dominating in Standard, and that emblem I got to counter a couple times, which felt pretty good. And yeah, that is the deck. We're playing a lot of lands, 25 lands, and then 2 Jwari Disruption has 2 more lands and an Emeria's Call. You want to really make your land drops. Land drops are important to get Lotus Field going. That's why we play these spell lands. And Emeria's Call, again, a land, but also something you can do with that Lotus Field mana. Pretty neat. I like it. And 1 copy of Farewell, can't miss out. 2 sharks. Yeah, that's the deck. Pretty simple. Sideboard, looking at the usual suspects, but you see in blue-white control, Rest in Peace, Mystical Disputes, a 4th Verdict, another Shark Typhoon, Aether Gust, Disdainful Stroke against Mono Green, and Narset's Reversal against those 4 distortions out there. Also quite nice in a control mirror. You can bounce an opposing counterspell, copy it, or bounce your own counterspell or your own card draw spell. You can do a lot of things with Narset's Reversal. Dovin's Veto, another counterspell, of course. Starnheim Unleashed and Lyra, this little angel lifelink package. And 1 copy of Hullbreaker Horror, which is another big thing we can use our mana on. And the one unusual one is the needle on the sideboard, which I suppose just comes in against Planeswalkers. Khan the Great Creator comes up. We could also name Elvish Mystic against Mono Green Devotion. And then I guess you can bring it in against a random deck that has Planeswalkers. We'll see about that. But hey, enough talking about the deck. You guys want to see some gameplay? Let's get into it. Alright, what do we got? We're on the play. And this hand, I mean, it's serviceable. If we draw Lotus Field, this hand is fantastic, of course. We have the enablers. I ain't mulliganing this, even though it's a bit awkward that we have these 6 mana Time Walk of 1/3. It doesn't do anything right now. That's always the risk you run into with the stack, of course. You're playing these weak cards that need other stuff to be good. Phoenix Chick, huh? Well, I guess we'll just play a 1/3 to block that. Why not? We have the Verdict. We're playing as mono red aggro, I presume. So Verdict hopefully will do some damage here. But until then, this Strict Proctor serves not anymore. Who's going to serve as a blocker? Another Discontinuity. Ouch. I don't want to end my own turn. That doesn't do a whole lot. Okay, Phoenix Chick. I'm honestly surprised to see this card in Explorer. I understand that you have to play it in Standard, in Mono Red. But in Explorer, there must be better ones than Phoenix Chick, really. Do I want to wait another turn with the Supreme Verdict? I mean, honestly, this is just 3 damage. Could just Memory Deluge with my mana. I don't know. Perhaps it's just greedy to wait more, though. It depends a bit on their hand. If their hand is burn heavy. If the hand is that, then maybe should have waited. Okay, I'll take it. Now you get more burn. Okay, great. Field of Ruin is nice. Proctor or Veto? I think I'll take the Proctor. I already have a Veto. Disallow. I'm just gonna start time walking. Doing it in the upkeep will not have them draw a card. Okay, no instant from them, good. Another Proctor. Yeah, I'll just go with another Time Walk then. Time Walk, obviously much better when you have the Teferi out. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, let's just pass. Let's keep up the Veto. I could blow up the Den, but I'd rather have the Veto up. Opponent likely has Light Up the Stage. That is a juicy target for my counterspell. Get rid of that. Play with Fire. I honestly don't care about that one. It's just 2 damage. I'm still at 8. I keep the Veto for more higher burn. What's the last one? Yeah, okay. Glad I did that. Waited. Okay, now we get the ball rolling. Sweet. Gonna play the field. Will decline. Plus on the Proctor. At this point, we have a Disallow with 8 life. We have Deluge coming up. I don't see myself losing. Yeah, that's fine. It's 1 damage to my face. The 2/2 doesn't do anything. 1 damage to Wandering Emperor too. Fair, fair. Tend to forget that. They've seen enough. Good, good, good. Mono-red aggro. Farewell, a bit clunky, isn't it? Verdict's good. Aether Gust is good. Lyra and Starnheim are decent. Probably can get rid of a Deluge. I like my cheap spells. Tail's End. Counter target legendary spell. Don't think that will come up. Cut another Deluge. Shark Typhoon is fine. Discontinuity is fine. Disallow is so la la. Dovin's Veto is fine. It's the only card on my sideboard I'm interested in is Shark Typhoon number 3, but it's middling. They're all middling. Narset's Reversal could be good, but only in an unlikely scenario where my opponent plays a burn spell and then they have a creature in play and then I can copy the burn spell and kill the creature. So it's just narrow. It's too narrow for me. I think 2 Veto is a good number. I have to make one more cut here. One more cut, perhaps Disallow. Maybe Discontinuity. Yeah. 3 mana counter spell is not the best in this matchup, but still a 3 mana card. I'm kind of lacking early game a little bit in this deck. You know, there's no portable holes, there's no temporary lockdowns to catch you up. So it does feel sketchy to me to just, yeah, just cutting a Disallow. In a normal blue-white control deck, I might cut Sword coming, you know, stuff like that. But in this one, I don't have much better options. So I have turn 3, 4/4 here. I have a Verdict and I have Lyra. I think this is a keep. Lyra is my best card in the matchup. Yeah, I can't ask for much more. I don't have early game removal, which obviously is not fantastic. But otherwise, this hand is pretty good. Kumano turn 2, so they must have just drawn it. Oh, maybe they're just doing the light up thing. Okay. So they put me to 15 here, I assume. Then I will likely just make a 4/4 Angel if I don't draw anything that I can play. Later on, that Angel will have lifelink with Lyra. There's a Lotus Field. I mean, I could just play Lotus Field and the next turn Verdict. And then play Lyra. And then wait with the Starnheim. At 15 still. On the other hand, a 4/4 flyer just seems so good here. They probably have to double burn it or something. And then we have the upside of Lyra later giving it lifelink. No, this just seems good. And if they attack, I block, and they spend a burn spell on my 4/4, it's a good trade for me too. Ending volley in the main after sideboarding? That card is so bad against me. It doesn't hit planeswalkers. It's terrible. Wow. We got got by a really, really bad card there. What the heck? That's kind of funny. And kind of sad. I mean, we only have Shark Typhoon and Starnheim Unleashed. I guess they can target Hall of Storm Giants. I can't believe it, honestly. That's just funny. Okay, now we go to 7 life, but then we Verdict. They have a Ramen Up Ruins. Yeah, this could get close if they have some good top decks here. Teferi trips. Reddening volley. I can't believe it. And if I would have known, I obviously wouldn't have done what I did. Skewer is a nice top deck, putting me to 4 Ramen Up Ruins, so I gotta dodge 2 turns here. No burn, please. Oh, Den of the... Nah, that's not good enough against the Lyra. That is a dodge. So now I have to dodge one more turn. A burn spell. Ah, Rending Volley. Well, whatever. I mean... Yeah. And... Am I dead? Not yet. Are you gonna plus?
Without the sun, I'll light you away.
Ah, an Eidolon, okay.
This is a fun idea.
Okay, so I attack the Chandra, I go to 7. And I just make a big shark. Block. Oh, they just concede. Okay, that's good too. Lyra finishing the job. On the play again, facing Natsu, and we have Lotus Field plus Discontinuity. We don't have much to use our mana with. We'll find something. Okay, Hallowed Fountain tapped. Another mono red deck. But they're popular here in the Diamond Ladder, huh? Do I just exile this? Probably a good call. Swifty in the house. Okay. Another Lotus Field. Imagine you had Strict Proctor here, right? So nice. You would just have a 1/3 on top of all of this. And you would enable your future Lotus Fields with the 1/3. Okay. Just start time walking again. I could play the second Lotus Field and sack these 2 lands. I think I'll just time walk. Hope to draw into Teferi. Oh, okay. It's that easy. So now we can play Lotus Field and make a ton of mana. I should have tapped differently though. That was a misstep. Because I want to keep the Vantress. I don't want to keep the Hallowed Fountain. Yeah, that was a misstep. Yeah, if I keep the Vantress up, I would have 7 mana on tap. Now I have to lose the Hallowed Fountain, and I only have 6 mana up. I don't have Otawara plus this Disallow, which isn't great. So do I just sack away this castle? So I have Otawara and Disallow up? Seems risky. This castle could really be nice. On the other hand, I have Teferi going. I hope this mistake doesn't cost me, but I don't want to not have all my interaction up this turn. I don't like the idea of only having 6 mana there. It's really crucial that my Teferi survives, and that if they have a shock, I don't know, why they go face. Yeah, let's go. Then I want to be able to bounce the Swifty, Disallow whatever I need to. Hit me for 1. That's it. Okay. You have Light Up. You have Bone Crusher. I say no to that. Could minus on the Swifty, play Teferi. Plus.
me. You thank me. I hold that thought.
Scorched. I went 10-0 at the proto with this card. Nonetheless surprising to see it being played here. Oh my god. Alright, not having Castle Vantress.
Let's skip to the good part.
Definitely biting me. That is unfortunate. But it's on me, so. I assume I'm dead. Yeah. An exciting game. A bunch of lands off the top. Okay. Do I name Needle? Do I put Needle on Remnant Ruins? Might not be crazy. This Dovin's Veto. Viashino Pyromancer. There might be a less spell reliant version. Dovin's Veto might be worse here. This list is not built with mono-red in mind, that's for sure. That is for sure. We get paired against it twice. A bit unlucky on that front. I'll add another Shark. It's kind of nice against the Viashino Pyromancer. And then I'll add the Needle against Den of the Bugbear Remnant Ruins. Cut the Veto. Yeah, I would like to have more cheap removal, of course. Really lacking in that department. And some way of gaining life, I guess, would be neat. Okay. I got my field, but I don't have anything to enable it. I got a Needle, which is more of a late game thing I need. Early game I have this Aether Gust. My one interaction piece. Whoa, tough. Yeah, I can do better. Yeah, that's not better. Okay, maybe I do something like this. In case I flood. What am I gonna play on turn 1? I don't know. Okay. Play Hallowed Fountain, Jwari Disruption, yeah. Verdict is a good one. Opponent guesses that I have Sensor. like this card. Wow. Yeah, I mean, not a good matchup. And running into a very good matchup with our blue-white Lotus Field list here. Alright, Giganta the Wellspring as their companion. Could be racked or sacrifice. No third land on the play. Mulligan. Okay. Again, because I can just play this on turn 3, I'll start with the Hallowed Fountain. Collusion Forest. So it's the Gruul boat deck. Do I want to play a Strict Proctor? Yeah, I don't think there's anything on turn 2 I want to Jwari Disruption. They usually don't play 2-drops, right? They play Elvish Mystic. Okay, so they have Stomp. They want to use their Stomp here. Sure, I'll take it. Now I can stay back. If they want to attack again, I'm just going to counter the Stomp. No, thank you. Perfect. Swing in there. Down to 18. Winning the damage race. What you got? Aether Chariot? Reckless Stormseeker, sure. Both at 16 now. It's a close race. Who's gonna make it? Memory Deluge being cast. Another Veto and a Castle Ardenvale. Yes, please. And Teferi hits the battlefield. We're plussing Teferi and staying back with Strict Proctor to chump block in case they play a creature. I really hope they're gonna play Chariot or a Sky Sovereign. We'll put a stop to at least mimic that I have some sort of Fateful Absence effect, some sort of instant. Okay. Well, at least my Teferi doesn't die. I could let it die, technically. But I don't think I should.
I'm getting too old for this. You know what? I'm not.
I don't like this at all. I can't have Hall of Storm Giants up as a blocker yet. I can play another Teferi and minus on these on one of the Stormseekers. Just buy me some time. But then they can just kill my Teferi on the board. That's pretty bad. Then I'm left with nothing. They can deploy more things to the board. I guess I just have time gained. Otherwise, I can just Memory Deluge in the end step here by untapping 2 lands, making some mana. Then they also have... Then I find a Verdict. They can deploy a lot of things to the board. But likely I will be able to then Verdict away the board, hopefully, if I find one. Or I just try to 1-for-1 these by casting Teferi minus. I kind of like to go with the safe choice. I have another Teferi in my hand here. It's not a fantastic play. But I also have the counterspell up in case they want to play a vehicle. Let's hold full control, bluff a little bit again. Nice. Okay, now with somewhat turning the corner, maybe. So now they didn't deploy anything to the board, and we have a Hollow Storm Giants to block the Stormseeker.
Let me know if you're up.
Oh gosh, but now they can actually give the Lost Struck haste in 2/0, so my Hall doesn't even block the Lost Struck Beast. This is bad. Okay, so I could minus on the Stormseeker and then play a Strict Proctor and hope that's good enough. Yeah, I think that's gotta be the play. Sky Sovereign and Chariot are really not that good against Stricty. The abilities will be countered. Crone War will be successful though.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Okay. Well, again, if I pass the turn here, they can Lost Strike Beast and Stormseeker and hit me for a bazillion. For 7 haste, and my Hall doesn't block the 7 haste because it's going to be night if I pass. So I think I just have to Memory Deluge main phase here. Could take Time Walk. Wandering Emperor is good, Memory Deluge is good too. So what's going to happen here? They're going to play Reckless, Lost Struck, hit me for 6/8, I go to 6. Just afraid that because they have another Stormseeker coming up. Wandering Emperor won't be enough. I think I need a Verdict here. So I'm gonna play this, play tap Jwari, and then Memory Deluge and hope to find a Verdict. I guess I'm gonna getting a 1-3 back, huh? Now I get hit for 8. I guess I could have taken the march. They have another Lost Struck over there. So they have 1 card left. I could hope that if I exile this 1/1, they won't be able to attack with the beasts anymore. Then they just have Reckless. I have 1 Strict Proctor. If they have anything, I die, kinda, but unlikely. I could keep up the Castle Ardenvale. I could play Wandering Emperor, play my land, keep up the Ardenvale. And then they probably attack face. If this doesn't give trample yet, yeah. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
I hope you're ready to lose. You're done.
Oh, come on. What you gonna do? Those at me. This at that. So I can Memory Deluge, hope to find Verdict, jump the Lost Struck, go to 5. They have Stormseeker Beast. I can make a Castle Ardenvale token and stay at 8. Yeah, I just Memory Deluge here. There is my verdict. Field of Ruin, they don't have a manland. The Lotus Field doesn't really do anything. Just take an untapped land here.
I'm never done for good.
Now the Stormseeker flipped. Oh my gosh. So it's exactly 5. So if I kill this slasher, I go to 7. Then I can make it 1/1, chomp the beast, but I take 7, I die. It's exactly 7. That's even more if they just play this beast over there. If I deluge, I'm missing 1 mana to find this verdict and cast it. I've seen a lot of cards, right? I flash back to deluge, just couldn't find a freaking verdict, huh? I think I have to cycle. It's the only way out. Hope to hit this verdict right now, right here. Can we draw it? Okay. You're making it exciting, huh? Whoa, that was the last possible moment. The last possible draw step. Yikes. Crazy. Yep, I got the Wandering Emperor too. Opponent has to be screaming right now. Fuming. They're losing from this board position. Verdict into Emperor. What a comeback. Okay, so we have this hall to block the beast, and they don't even have a 1/1 yet. Let's cycle this. Soul Partition, okay. Let's play this. Let's sack these 2 lands. And plus here. I don't see myself dying anytime soon if I don't do it that way. I don't need a samurai here, right? I'm good for now. Giganta, okay. Lanowelves, sure. No attacks. How much mana? 6. Okay, plenty. We can take Deluge and one time walk. Let's try Deluge right now. Find a Teferi. Play Teferi. I will have exactly enough mana to cast Discontinuity as well. Let's do it. Stricty and a land. Sure.
Remember your training.
End the turn. Okay. If I do this, I won't be able to activate the hall.
Protect the people.
Sure. Let's cast a Shark Typhoon here, shall we? Oh, another one. Sure. But first we get the Teferi out. 1 Shark Typhoon a turn is enough.
need to move quickly.
Alright, sweet. Okay, that was a great game. That was close. That was really close. Whew. Okay, okay. Well, well, well. What am I looking at? I'm looking at Aether Gust, I'm looking at Lyra Dawnbringer, I'm looking at Verdict. I can get rid of one Deluge in this matchup. Teferi is also kinda difficult to keep alive, especially against Reckless Stormseeker. That card is a pain. Tail's End counters Giganta, counters Ezeka's Chariot. Yeah, not that fantastic. Let's get rid of it. Veto counters the adventure things. Of course, if they cast a Lost Struck Beast for the Heart's Desire side, we can counter that. And the vehicles, and maybe they have Planeswalkers on the sideboard. No, they usually don't have Planeswalkers on the sideboard. Hullbreaker Horror gets the job done in the late game, that's for sure. Disallow. I think Disallow is a bit inefficient. Their deck is very fast. Cut a Discontinuity. Add the Lyra. Add these Aether Gust. Starnheim Unleashed. Verdict for sure. Starnheim Unleashed probably too, but it kind of gets outsized by their creatures. Nonetheless, it could stabilize me in the late game. Hullbreaker Horror. I mean, that thing is just unbeatable. But it costs 7 mana. Nonetheless, it is so good that I think I want to try it. Then the question is, do I want these Teferis 4 times? This is... If I have the nuts with Lotus Field, Strict Proctor, and then I have Teferi. Teferi obviously works very well. If I don't, it's kind of middling, as you saw in that last game. I'm going to trim 1 copy. If I have everything with Strict Proctor and Lotus Field, I'm probably going to be okay. Even if I don't have that Teferi, is my assumption. So I'll go a little bit for the, you know, worst case scenario where I don't have everything. Just assure myself that. This hand seems fine. Beautiful. It is. Okay. Meteorwald as your second land, usually a sign of mana problems. You gotta be careful what your second land drop is sometimes, because of Lotus Field. When you just want to play it on turn 3 without you having a combo, then you obviously don't want to sack away your utility land at Castle Vantress. So there's a case to be made that I should have just played the island there. Because I already had Strict Proctor, I guess. It was fine. Yeah, they're missing red, it looks like. What are we doing here? Let's play a tap land. Pass. I have my next few turns pretty much covered. I'll take the 5, it's fine. Wandering Emperor can take care of one of these beasts. Or I could just Verdict. I'll wait with the Verdict one more turn. These Teferis, they're just glued to my hand, huh? Last game we had 3 of them early on. Everybody, yeah. What's this? You kill my Proctor. Okay.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
Well.
Let your blade do the talking.
Take 7, go to 7. Verdict.
Keep watch for intruders.
What to do, what to do. I'm at 7. So play Lost Truck Beast, Crude's Chariot, activate Mutavault, hit everything at me, I block the Chariot, I take 7, I die. If I just play Teferi and plus both my Planeswalkers. If I minus Teferi on the Chariot, and then plus on this Knight, on the Samurai with the Wandering Emperor. They again have lethal because they can just double Mutavault, so I kind of have to minus on the Emperor. But minus on the Emperor and plus the Teferi. They can play the Beast, activate Mutavaults, attack, I jump, and block, I take 5. I go to 2. They're gonna have a huge board state. But at least I will have drawn some cards. If I minus on the Chariot, I block. Maybe I have a shot. If they attack my Planeswalkers. Yeah, this is rough. But I think this is my best call. I basically have to put myself in the best position to cast Hullbreaker Horror next turn and to survive.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Giganta, okay. Okay. One couldn't attack fast enough. So do I play around Bone Crusher? They haven't played one yet. I haven't really given them an opportunity to play one either. Oh, my thing has 8 toughness. Well, now then that means only a braid takes it down. I don't think they have more braids than one, do they? They have a second braid? I hope not. Okay. Okay. Play Teferi. Bounce a kitten. Oh, plus Teferi.
Let's slow this down. Let's skip to the good part.
I will cycle this. Oh, that's nice. Well, I'm glad I brought in this Hullbreaker Horror. Yep, they're just conceding. Whoo! Hullbreaker Horror for the win, stabilizing us against Gruul. Yeah, if your opponent's not prepared, they boarded out all their Chrome Wars, which just makes sense. Then Hullbreaker Horror can get the job done, huh? Right, we're playing against Tia 93, which I think is Mattia Rizzi, a very good player from Italy. Sure, I keep. Can I finally have the Proctor combo? Can I just draw into a Lotus Field? We rarely had the combo yet. Which is why I don't personally like this deck too much, to be honest, because yeah, the consistency is just... Either you have crazy luck and everything works out in your favor, or you're just playing 2-mana 1-3s that don't do much. Mono green devotion time, yeah. Does it even make sense to play the Strict Proctor here? Triggered ability trigger. This stops Kiora, but they clearly don't have Kiora. Oh, it's good against Cavalier, isn't it? Yeah. Cavalier of Thorns. Stops that one. Gonna get a Sky Sovereign. Dark Steel.
Only hurting yourself.
Just kill the Elf of the March. I think that's the play. Could have waited and exiled the Darksteel Citadel with the March, but I don't want to give them the 5th mana and let them cast something strong. Stonebrain on Teferi. I'm gonna draw cards for each in my hand, okay. Yeah, that's gonna make winning a bit tougher, but... I have a couple of Shark Typhoons, a couple of Wandering Emperor, Hall of Storm Giants, and I have 4 Memory Deluge. I can just outgrind my opponent that way. I don't technically need the Teferi. What's it gonna be? Teferi. I presume that makes sense. It's gonna be a fun one. A little bit more difficult to win this one now, but we're gonna do it. Lotus Field. Sure. Here's my shark. Yeah, I'm feeling just fine. Another Khan. I can just make a big shark. Kill this Khan.
True goodness can never be corrupted.
Needle. Okay. What are you naming? Shark? Oh, they can actually name Shark. Oh my god. That was a little bit uncautious of me. They can name Shark and then I cannot cycle the Shark anymore. I think they're gonna name Hall of Storm Giants though. They might name Shark, but then I can hardcast the Shark. So. They name Emperor, okay. Sure. Yeah, now we're looking at a racing situation with this Lair of the Hydra, and we have Memory Deluge, Disallow. Looks pretty good for me. Let's do this in response. Hall, and another Deluge. Disallow that. 3, 6, 8 mana. Nice. That should lock things up. That's a pretty big layer, I guess. Seven. Sure. I'll take a hit. Go to 9. Then we can find time walks from here on now. Time walk would be really good. Tail's End, Wandering Emperor, March. I'll just take Emperor and March. That way I can exile the Needle. And there's a time walk. Okay, that finished the game. Actually, I had a Hollow Storm Giant. Oopsie. But I guess I can just do this. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I already had lethal there. Didn't even need anything. Mono on the boards. Okay, mono green. Mono green has some targets for Tail's End, like Kiora, Khan. Definitely keeping that in this matchup. I like the Needle. I like the Gust. I like the Stroke. Hullbreaker Horror is a late game haymaker. Could consider it. I don't hate Veto either. Stone Brain on Teferi, yeah. I think we can get rid of one of these verdicts and Soul Partition. Yeah, that's fine. One time walk. On the draw, one Deluge. Wandering Emperor, I like it. It's good against the Manland and Troll. Maybe just cut these Soul Partitions. Add another Veto into the deck. And then... think about horror. I think my deck is pretty good against the non-creature aspect of their deck. But the Old Growth Troll is a bit scary right now, looking at the list I have here. I'll make it work. Perhaps on the play I bring in the Hullbreaker Horror. It's going to be easier to deploy it and have it be effective. I'm scared that they're just going to be too fast and I have a card that doesn't do anything in my hand. But this is definitely mulligan. Okay, this is much better. Put away this. No respect of Sensor. They didn't mill anything meaningful, which is nice. So that means I can just verdict this Cavalier without having to worry much. Take my medicine here. a bite. I like that. Okay, just don't have any Haymaker to follow this up with. You can return to Kiora if you want. That's not a Haymaker. They will. They will return to Kiora. This is a good line if they have Old Growth Troll as their last card. Cavalier. Interesting. I'm a little bit surprised that they kept the Kiora there. A little bit surprised. Wondering if I should play Farmland. Do I need that 7th land perhaps to kill the Kiora? That's the question for the haul. Or do I want it to cycle later?
Help myself.
That's fine. No attacks? Okay. I could take the hit and then attack the Kiora with my 2/2. Make it 2/2 and yeah. Is that worth the life? 2 damage on the Kiora? Probably not.
Of battle, then guide it like water. You are not much of a roadblock.
Strict Proctor. Opponent has 7 mana. They have plenty of mana to pay for this now. Just give me a flying attacker that I can grow every turn. Flyers are usually good against mono green.
Let's get moving.
Everything going as planned so far. Cycle that. Disallow. Let's go. Plus 1 more time. Attack the Kiora.
This fight. Smells fishy here.
Love-struck beast. It's gonna draw them a card. Not like that. Needle. Okay, let's make a 2/2. Put the needle on calm. And attack the Kiora down. And now we, yeah, it's a top deck war, but we got more resources than your opponent, at least as of right now. A couple Storm the Festivals off the top into the right hits. Obviously scary, so we'll see, we'll see. Mightstone and Weakstone into the main deck. That's kind of funny. Okay. They can pay for it with the Mightstone. Too bad. Drawing cards, okay. Veto is a nice insurance. 4/6 Proctor. Yeah. Already pretty big, it's only gonna grow. Nope. We also have this Hall of Storm Giants lurking. Just can close this one out soon. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this tapped land to make the Hall of Storm Giants become online. Yep, that happens. Okay. Exile the troll, attack for 13 damage. Oh, they might have an elf? 1 mana? No. We got him. Good. Okay. Taking down Mono Green Devotion 2-0. Sweet. I mean, they had a weak draw, you could say, at least against my draw. The verdict was exceptionally good. They milled nothing with the Cavalier of Thorns, so I got a little lucky there. But yeah, okay. Pleasantly surprised, honestly. I wouldn't have expected to see this deck turn out to be rather solid. Wandering Emperor number 3 is kind of something you want in the format right now, and with Lotus Field, it does make sense because you have the Teferi untap when you have a Lotus Field in play, which will give you 3 mana from that, and then 1 mana from the other land that you untap with Teferi, which works so well with an instant speed 4-drop. So perhaps we go back to 3 and 3 split there. Also, it's just such a fantastic card against mono red or any of the aggressive decks, and also against mono green devotion. It's just nice to exile the big hitters they have at instant speed. Yeah, I mean, Lotus Field, there it is. I gotta tell you, if I had to compare this to blue-white, I like the blue-white deck more. I like having portable holds. You know, your opponent plays an Elvish Mystic on turn 1. You having that portable hold on turn 1 to answer that is just so big. This mono green of devotion player couldn't really punish us. They didn't have Kiora on turn 2, for example. So it all went well, but I just like the consistency of blue-white control, where you just have answers, card draw, and yeah, some kill conditions, or Teferi, which is card draw and a kill condition. So that is my opinion, but nonetheless, if you like time walking your opponents and going a little bit bigger, Lotus Field is also a sweet choice, and perhaps it's the better choice in the mirror match. If you want to beat the other blue-white control, having Lotus Field usually gives you the advantage, because Discontinuity is also a ridiculous card in other control matchups where, hey, they go Memory Deluge, end of turn, you just Discontinuity, 2 mana, boom, it's exiled, it's gone. Same against Shark Typhoon. Pretty good card in control mirrors. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Leave a comment for the algorithm, and I see you in the next one. Peace out.